Need a new Mercedes? We need a bitch like Offset? The fucking RomeBros are back to
Mercedes.
etch your sketch. I'm the rumor. That's the West Side Gun.
I'm not the West Side Gun.
We're gonna
I love how
philosophize in between your
crooked
thighs.
the camera looks, but then
Yeah.
you look at the film and it's like...
It looks perfect.
I mean, it looks, well, I guess the back of the couch is kind of tilted. It's fine. It's good. It's the classic. It's what you get here at the
Yeah, that's what
RomeBros.
you
The
got.
high quality production value.
Yeah.
We're here. It's going to be, I'm going to talk a lot about my adventures. Adventure. It's going to be like 30 minutes of this episode.
Okay. Well, you're gonna explain that crazy road rash you got?
Yeah, well, it's a sunburn.
Okay.
Just to be clear, I'm pulling a little Rudolph cosplay. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Yeah, they probably can't even tell.
It was a lot worse during the week.
Yeah.
It's gotten a little bit better. But yeah, doing a little Rudolph cosplay. Got sunburned on my adventure. We'll talk about that. I think it'll kill at least 30 minutes. So if you don't want to hear about me going on a freaking awesome-ass adventure, you can just skip this episode. But I'm sure you want to hear about it.
What else do they got going on? And yeah, I'm sure, like, for you, it's like, oh, I did a cool adventure. But for normal people, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah. Like, I'm saying it's an adventure. You're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Marcel?
Yeah.
But as we like to start every episode, we're going to start here with, I didn't get the DFB set up. Hopefully it just works first try. We're going to listen to a song, and we're going to determine, is it... Oh, fuck, the DFB's not working. I'll get it working in a second here. We're going to determine if it's about fucking or if it is not about fucking. What song do we have today, Darius?
We're listening to Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. This is what
Which is
made
definitely copyrighted.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It made him a household name. He blew up overnight.
Which I thought this song was, like, so clearly about fucking that I didn't even, like, I've thought about it before, and I was like, nah, it wouldn't be a good song. Because it's, like, just so obviously about fucking. There's no controversy at all. But apparently Big D thinks it's not about fucking.
Yeah, I think it's just a young black kid's attempt at doing country music.
Okay, well, we'll get into it. So it's definitely copyrighted. So if you want to listen to the song real quick so you know what we're talking about, you can when we pause. And we'll be back in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back. And I got the fuckboard working. Look at that. Titties. Woo! All right, well, let's hear your argument as why that's not about fucking before I clearly dismantle your opinion and prove without a doubt that it is definitely about fucking.
The main line that repeats is him just saying, can't nobody tell me nothing, right?
Right,
So it's like, I'm going to take my horse, I'm just going to ride my horse, and I don't care what anyone else has to say about anything. I think, like I said, before we cut away, that this is just a young black kid's interpretation of what country music is. And it's like, hey, life sucks. I'm just going to ride my horse. And ain't nobody going to be able to tell me shit. You know, I'm just riding my horse because that's my escape. And, you know, I got my Wranglers on. I got my black hat and my boots to match my Wranglers. I'm dressed for the part. I'm just going to ride this horse. And that's all I'm concerned with. I think that's the gist of the song.
Right, but if you look at it and you just say that horse is a metaphor for cock, right? He doesn't care what people are going to say because, you know, we're in a society where being gay is a little rough. He doesn't care, and he's just going to ride this cock until he can't no more. I mean, it's pretty clear, man. And then when it comes out that he is actually, you know, not of the straight variety.
Yeah, but see, I don't think it's fair to, like, make his sexuality a part of our...
Okay, we can take it out.
But because just for the simple fact that he wasn't out at the time.
Okay.
So, again, you know, growing up as a black kid, you know, homophobia is everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and he's from the South as well. So, you know, it's extra bad down there. And I think he just wanted to make a song to blend in with the normies, you know what I mean? And, like, I don't think homosexuality had anything to do with that song. Because also, too, he mentioned his lady in the song.
He did mention, I didn't like, it was kind of a bit of glare, so I didn't see the exact lyrics. But yeah, there was something about some titties.
Well, there was something about some titties. And I'm giving you ammo. He did mention his lady, but he mentioned his lady as in he cheated on his lady.
With the horse cock that he's riding till he can't anymore.
But again, like I said, like, Southern young black kid, I don't even think there's any, like...
You don't think he pulled, like, a, you know, like a deep Like, I'm going to make this song look like it's not about being gay, but the secret subtext is that it's definitely about being gay.
So that when I come out, you can look back at this and
be like,
damn,
wow, that's
he's been
super
riding
gay.
cock the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think that, but that is a fair.
That's what I think it is, man. I think that song is literally him, like, writing, like, making a cool... I mean, I don't know the guy. He might not be this good to do it, but, like, remember that one song that you showed me about what was it by? The guy, the Gambino, Childish Gambino or whatever?
Oh, where it sounds like one thing.
And it sounds like one thing is totally another thing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting, like, that vibe. I don't know if Lil Nas X is, like, as smart as Childish Gambino to do something like that, but, like, that's kind of what I'm getting here, where it's like he wants it to sound like, oh, it's just a country song, but really it's about, there's a squirrel outside.
So
we're going to close the blinds and hope the dog doesn't bark. If he does bark, we're very sorry.
Sound warning.
I'm surprised he did not bark on that when he darted off.
I think he felt me coming up behind him. You did good, buddy.
Good boy.
That's a good boy.
Yeah, it's a good boy. That's what I kind of think it is. I think it's a little bit of that. But here's my ace in the hole, okay?
Okay.
The part where he goes, can't nobody tell me nothing.
Okay.
All right, if you listen to it, it sounds like anal buddy, tell me nothing. And I don't know about you, but if your anal buddy is telling you nothing, you're doing it right. Okay? I rest my case, Your Honor.
You got it.
Anal buddy, tell.
What do you mean? You got it. The song's clearly about...
I rest my case, Your Honor. Old Town Road. Gonna ride
What?
Dude, that's what I thought the lyrics were for the longest time, bro. I'm not even capping you. Dude, I literally thought it was anal buddy. Anal buddy's nothing.
Well, after Should I Stay in Chicago, I believe you.
Should I stay in Chicago?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, sounds about Chicago, bro. What the fuck? All right, there you go, folks. Well, where are we at? Who knows? We are gonna start. I'm just gonna start off with.
Yeah, tell us what you've been up
my
to,
adventure.
man.
My adventure. Wait, well, I don't want to find the thing on the dongama thingama. Here we go. There it is. Okay. All right.
What day we on?
Well, I'm putting my. I think we're above this, but I put the walk 240 miles on the Caddy Trail.
Okay, so it did have something.
It is related to that. It's developed a lot, so it's 320. If you want to be there, not that it really matters too much. Okay. But while I was at work, because I have nothing else better to do with my time, I decided to write up a little bit of a script here, because the adventure's developed a lot in the last 3 weeks or so.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any of the developments. So I want to take you down the whole roller coaster.
Okay, take me through the...
So just got some notes here.
The Genesis, okay.
Yeah, to get you through the whole thing. So I was chatting with a girl on the dating apps. Okay. Now that didn't go anywhere, just to be clear that way.
Oh.
I asked her out, and then she was like, yeah, sorry, I'm not looking for anything right now. I'm like, why the fuck are you on the dating apps? If you're not looking, like, what do you... Anyways, unrelated. So I was talking with her, and she mentioned that, she wanted to, walk on some trail that was, near her house or whatever. And I was like, I thought there was no fucking trails in Missouri at all. I didn't think that was a real thing. So I pulled it up on online. I looked it up. And, it looked okay. It was, all right. It was pretty small. But it was decent. And I didn't know what it looked like or anything, but... Buddy. Oh, fuck, man.
Oh, fuzzy, man.
But you just walk over and grab baby. Okay. Anyways, I looked it up online. And... it looked like a mid trail, and I remember talking to another girl who mentioned there was a trail in Colombia, and I went and looked at that one. It was also looking kind of mid, and then I was on this website. It's called Komoot, I think, or Commute or something. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's spelled, I think, Komoot.
Okay.
It's like a Google. It's Google Maps, but for trails essentially. Okay. It's instead of the roads being highlighted and shit, the trails are highlighted. Okay. And so it's pretty cool. But anyways, I saw obviously the Caddy Trail there, and I just had the crazy.
The Katy Trail.
Katy, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure it's Caddy.
For the normies, I'm pretty sure it's Katy.
I think it's definitely Caddy. It was Katy, you'd have like an E in there or something. Katy.
Katy, Katy Trail.
Caddy.
No.
Catty.
Well, hey.
Anyways, so the Caddy Trail.
We are here in Missouri. So.
Yeah. And I'm just like, well, what if I just did the whole Caddy Trail? It's just how hard could that be? right? You know, I was like, okay, you know, what could possibly go wrong if I just like walked from the start to the finish of the you know, like the caddy, you know, just an idea that just popped into my head.
So all
right?
240 miles.
All 240 miles of it. It's actually 237, but we'll round up to 240. It was just a little thought that I had. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do it. I was just like, you know, hey, how hard would that be? You know, and the reason I thought about it was because I do watch a YouTuber, like an adventure YouTuber, where he goes out on adventures, and you know, he's always telling his viewers to, you know, go do an adventure. It doesn't have to be as crazy as his adventures, but you know, just go do something. You know, it'll be fun. Even if you don't think you can do it, if you try it, even if you fail, it's still a good adventure.
Yeah.
Right. So you know, I was kind of getting a little bit of inspiration from him, and I was like, okay, let's look into this. Right. So, you know, what do you think some of the issues might be with walking 240 miles?
Your feet?
Your feet?
Yeah, definitely your feet.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty good. Any other issues that might come up, you think?
Well, I mean, you kind of giving me a cheat sheet here, but like, I mean, for those that lack
Wait, can you see
melanin,
it or something?
no, I'm looking at you.
Oh,
Sunburn?
sunburn. All right, the sun. Yeah.
I would imagine that you got pretty thirsty.
Yeah. A little bit of water issue there potentially. Yeah.
I'm sure you got hungry at some point.
Yeah. Food could be a pretty solid issue. Yeah.
Bathroom?
Oh yeah, dude.
Bathroom.
Yeah. What if you had to take a dump?
What if you had to take a shit? I mean, I don't ever take shits, so that wouldn't be an issue for me. But a normal person might have to take dumps.
And then too, like if you just wanted to sit down for a moment, you know?
It's like shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you have also come across the main issues that I did. I didn't think of the sunburn, nor did I think about pooping, because I don't poop. But my feet, food, water, shelter, definitely came into play. Well, my feet, I was like, well, I'm training at the gym, and I would just be walking. You know, I wouldn't be like running or anything.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking walking, man.
It is a lot of walking. Just to be clear, it would be like take you 10 days if you did like 24 miles a day, which is pretty reasonable at a walking pace.
Yeah.
So it'd be 10 days of just walking nonstop, which, yeah, I mean, I did think would be rough, but I'm like, you know, I'm going to the gym. You know, we'll cross that bridge later. But let's worry about the food, water, and shelter, which, you know, were the big things. So for the shelter, you could just bring yourself like a tent and a sleeping bag on your little backpack, and you got like a tent, you know, lightweight tent and a lightweight sleeping bag in there.
Did you do that?
You come on, man. Let's wait for the whole story to develop here, man. I got a whole note list here, man.
Okay, all right.
Let me get to it here. Good Lord. Oh, my goodness.
Because I don't remember you picking any of that up at the grocery store.
You don't. You don't, but maybe I already had it.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
And where does the garlic salt come into play?
Yeah, did you fucking stop and make some bread? Like, what?
We'll get there. Okay. So you can bring a tent and a sleeping bag. It would make it a little bit harder to walk, obviously, because you got to carry things with you.
So then, now
that'd be the downside. But you were worrying about that later, right? That's not right now his problem. Okay. Water, another little bit of an issue to figure out. A lot of the trailheads of the Caddy Trail, look this up, they have like water fountains and water spigots.
Okay.
Where you can drink water or fill up a water bottle. So you could probably fill up water most of the time, probably be all right. You have to carry water with you, of course.
Yeah.
But the issue is not all the trailheads have water, and some of the trailheads are like 20 plus miles apart. So you either have to carry a lot of water with you, or you could maybe get like a super fancy water bottle that can like filter like river water. They're fancy. You gotta pay a pretty penny for them.
That filter.
Yeah, or straws that filter it for you. So you could try to do that. So water, not ideal, but manageable. The real issue is food.
Yeah.
That's the real issue. Because again, some of these towns are like 20 miles apart, and the towns that are 20 miles apart have nothing in them. So like towns that have actually something in them for you to like eat at are like 50, 60 miles apart.
You can hunt squirrels and birds.
You know, I didn't think about that. That's a good point. I could go hunting. Didn't think about it at the time. Not relevant now. But what if I had told you, Darius, there was a way that you could solve all those problems except for the foot one, but the food, water, shelter one, in like one simple solution.
So what, was there a McDonald's along the way?
Yeah, one McDonald's in the 240 miles is going to save my ass. Wow. Yeah, dude. All right.
So what'd you do? Did you bring a snack pack?
Hold on.
Okay, well, you're asking me questions. I don't know.
I'm asking you, can you think of a solution to all those problems?
Drive the Katy trail instead.
Well, you're close. You're close. You have someone with an RV follow your ass around.
Oh, okay.
And then you just stop in the RV to sleep, eat, and get water.
Yeah.
Right? But an issue immediately arises. Who the fuck is going to spend 10 days of their life following me around in an RV?
Well, and you did all this in one day. So there's that as well.
I have not completed the adventure.
Oh, you
just
didn't?
To be
Okay,
clear.
you just
So
did
the adventure that I did that you know of, it was a training day. Or a test day.
Okay, so you're gearing up to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the problem with the RV rental, who's gonna do that?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know
how to drive.
Darius doesn't know how to drive a car, let alone an RV.
Yeah.
And he would have to take off a bunch of his work. And frankly, I don't think anyone wants to be out in the middle of nowhere where you probably got no internet, just sitting waiting for me to walk to you.
And gas is an issue too.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be terrible, but I mean, you wouldn't go through a full tank of gas before you get to the next town over. That wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, so that, so that's kind of like a dang. But hey, if you got an RV and you want to take a week off of work and follow me around for no reason.
That might be a fun adventure if I was into the outdoors, but I'm
You're not.
I am not, man.
But if you are, hey, emails in the description.
Yeah.
Emails in the description. Let me know. Okay, well, what's another way that you could solve all these issues?
I bring a big ass backpack with food.
You need a really big backpack.
A wagon.
Just carry.
Yeah, or like, you bring your bike and then you just hook.
There it is, bike.
Oh, okay.
Bike the Caddy Trail instead of walk the thing.
Okay.
It solves all your freaking problems, so you can just go so much faster.
Yeah.
So you can get to the next water station without having to worry because you get there within like 2 hours instead of 10 hours.
Yeah, and you
right?
can hitch a wagon to a bike.
And you can also hitch a wagon to a bike if you wanted to. And then you can also make it to the towns, hopefully, that have food, even though not all the towns have food. You can hopefully make it to the next town with food before, you die of starvation. Yeah. So, well, what are some of the issues with biking? Well, how are you going to get to the start of the trail and back from the end of the trail? Right? Because it doesn't conveniently start and end at my hometown. It starts 100 miles that way and ends 100 miles that way.
Yeah.
So how am I going to get there? And how am I going to get back? I don't know the answer to that question yet. That we're still working on that one.
Could you drive? Like with your bike attached?
Yeah, but then my car is there. I go 240 miles that way.
Yeah, you just have to.
How do I get back to my car?
Bike it back?
Bike it back.
Yeah.
So bike 480 miles.
This is your adventure, man.
I mean, it is a solution. Not one that I would be super happy about. Another question about the bike is how far can you go in a day? Google says you can do like 80 miles in a day, but my bike only has like a 60-mile range of battery. So what would I have
your bike somewhere?
Yeah, where am I going to charge my bike? Do I need to charge my bike? Do I just ride a bike like normal and not use the battery? So anyways, with it being 80 miles in a day, if that's what we assume, you could do it in about 3 days, right? Because 240 divided by 80 is conveniently 3. So I'm like, okay, let's start looking at the trail, see if there's like convenient places to eat and sleep along the route. So the trail starts in Clinton, and it ends in, I guess, St. Charles. It's called Mawkins, but like there's nothing there. I don't know why the hell they call it Mawkins. There's literally nothing even there. Cool. Now what's crazy is that the K Trail is like the flattest fucking thing like ever. Like my bike ride into work has more elevation change in the like 7 miles that is that the entire 240-mile Caddy Trail has.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Yeah. So it's very, very flat. That's very convenient. And it's pretty flat, but it still like trends downward from Clinton to Mawkins. So I'm like, okay, that'll probably be the way you'd want to go because you don't want to go uphill.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt you more than just going downhill. Now, again, you're not going to really notice that it's downhill because it's so flat, it's so long. But, in general, it can be more downhills going that direction. So I said we'll go Clinton to Mawkins as the route. That's the direction that we'll do it.
I'm sorry to interrupt here.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Paint the scene. Like, is
Yeah.
this like? Are we talking like a trail through the woods, or is this like a barren? Because I'm imagining like a barren fucking
It used to be a
wasteland.
train.
Yeah, it was a railroad train. Now, to be fair, at this time in the story, I did not know what it looked like either.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, are we talking?
It's not through the woods.
There's no trees.
There's trees.
There are, but a lot of it though is just open to the
Yeah.
elements. So the sun is a big factor.
As we've
Yeah,
potentially
yeah,
learned.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's pretty flat. It's pretty wide too. I noticed, and people bike it, so I assume it was fine for biking. It looked kind of rocky and gravelly when I was looking at it. Wasn't sure if it was great for a bike, but people bike it all the time, so like surely it's fine. So I start looking, where you can stop for food. If you start in Clinton, the next big town over is Sedalia, which is about 35 miles away, which is like about when you'd probably want to be stopping for some. It's about 3 hours of biking. And they've got food there. They do have hotels there, but you wouldn't be able to stop there probably, because you can stop there for food, but you couldn't sleep there because it's like only been 3 hours since you started.
Why couldn't you sleep there?
I mean, you could, but it would turn into like a 6-day, 8-day adventure rather than like you got to cover more ground. You can't just stop after 35 miles.
Oh, well.
I mean, you could, but you're a fucking coward baby pussy bitch if you do that. It was kind of convenient. It had restaurants. I was like, okay, you can stop there for food. And then you go another 35 miles from Sedalia and you get to Boonville, which you get another 3 hours of biking, which is a big town. And that one also has hotels and restaurants.
And gambling.
And I guess gambling.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but
Oh, yeah.
I guess you could hit the slots.
Yeah.
On your trail adventure. So day one is pretty easy there. You just go 35 miles to Sedalia, and then you go 35 miles to Boonville. Now that's 70 miles, so we're gonna have to make up 10 miles somewhere else, right? Because you got to do 80 miles a day to do it in 3 days.
Okay.
So we're a little shy of the 80 miles that we would hopefully want, but the day seems pretty reasonable for like 70 miles. Okay. And then you go from Boonville, and then he didn't say a word to the squirrel.
Yeah, there was a squirrel came right up to the window. He didn't do shit.
He didn't do anything, and then the biker's there for half a second, and he freaks the fuck out.
Well, because she's here, man. He knows he's got free range to be an asshole because she's here.
He just wants to protect me.
From the evil bikers.
Yeah, from the evil bikes.
Oh gosh, I guess I'm an evil guy because I bike.
On the yard before.
So the next town from Boonville, the next big one that has shit in it, is going to be Jefferson City, which is conveniently where I live. But it's 50 miles away, which is going to be like 4.5-ish hours of biking, maybe even 5 hours of biking, which is a little rough, probably. But how rough? We don't know. But the good thing about it being Jefferson City is I can leave my car parked at the trailhead, and then when I get to Jefferson City, I can drive home, charge my battery, eat, because I can charge my battery at the hotel. So I go 70 miles to the hotel, charge my battery, drive to Jefferson City, or ride to Jefferson City, drive home, charge my battery a little bit. You good, bro? Eat, repack my... Oh, is he going to throw up, dude? I think he's
Is he throwing
It
up?
sounds like he's throwing up, man. That's throwing up, man.
And now everybody's looking. So
Like, everyone's looking at it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just chilling.
He's gonna start again once we stop paying attention.
Well, then let's not pay attention so it happens faster. All right, so I recharge my bike, I repack my bag. We're good. We got to hit more. If we want to do it in 3 days, we got to go more distance. So you look at what's out of Jefferson City. Keep going on the direction of the trail. There's like nothing. There's like no towns. Like the next one is like Herman, which is like 45 miles away, which would make it like a 95-mile day, which is like a lot of miles.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. But I mean, maybe it's doable. Like I have an electric bike and I'm going to charge it, so I should be able to use the battery most, if not all, of the day. So maybe it's not that bad to do 90 miles. I didn't know. So I was like, okay, we'll stop, around Herman where you can get hotels. We'll can that for now. We'll come back to it. So, and then Herman, to the very end of the trail, it's around 80 miles. So that's pretty good last day if we're trying to shoot for 80 miles a day. But there's just like nothing over there. Like all the towns are fucking tiny. They got fucking nothing in them. Once you like hit the St. Charles area, you don't like get to within close range of a restaurant until like near the end of the St. Charles area. And by the time you're there, you're only like 15 miles away from the end of the actual trail. Yeah, it's like, I want to stop for food and then just like hop on for an hour. You know, it's like, it's a little rough. So the food issue is a bit rough on day 3. Nothing extremely convenient at all. So you might have to pack, food in the backpack or something like that. Could be rough. About 20 miles away, there's a town called Marthasville, which does have a nice brunch spot. But again, that's only like you're 2 hours into your day. If I leave at 6 in the morning, they're not even open yet. Yeah. At 8, and then that's not ideal. So things just aren't. They're not really lining up super well. It's a bit rough. It's just there isn't a nice, convenient place to eat at the halfway point. For lunch is what you're looking for. But I'm like, whatever. I can pack food. Who the hell cares? It'll be fine. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay. So start looking at hotels in the Boonville and the Herman area. Which is where the 2 places where I'm like, that's about where I'd want to stop and nap for the day. And these things are freaking expensive, man. Like I'm out here approving hotels for people who travel around the state for my job. And they're usually, they're like 110, 115 is usually what I see. If you go to like St. Louis or Kansas City, it's like $130 or something. Dude, all these hotels like $150 in Herman. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Well, probably because nobody goes there.
And Herman's a big town, man. That's why it is expensive. Huh. People are going there. Really? So there's more competition.
In Herman, Missouri?
Herman's like a touristy town. It's like German or something. What? It's like beer or some shit. It's a touristy town. I can tell you that much.
Herman?
Yeah, Herman.
I've barely even heard of that.
Dude, no, I'm surprised you haven't been. It's kind of like Branson. It's not as cool as Branson, but it's like baby Branson,
Well, okay, and not to alienate any of our few viewers, but you have to pick and choose where you just decide to like show up in Missouri if you're black.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not very welcoming in a lot of places.
That's fair. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's a touristy town. You'd probably be all right because they just want your money. As long as you're rich, I don't think they care.
I mean, but German too? I don't know, man.
Oh, that's a good point. Didn't think about that one.
Yeah, mine. Yeah.
Anyways, and the Boonville hotels are also kind of pricey. They're a little bit cheaper. They're like, $120, $130. But it's still like, damn, bro. I guess this trip's starting to cost me. I was hoping to just go out, do this, a couple $100, maybe like $200, $300 for the whole thing. It started to look like maybe even $500 for the whole thing. I was like, well, shit, that's kind of rough. And I'm just kind of like going through all the towns, trying to see if they have hotels, see if there's anywhere cheaper that I can stay or any places I can eat or whatever. And I see Rocheport, which is like a little bit out of Boonville. So this would be like this would be the start of day 2 is when I would reasonably hit this. It has hotels and like brunch and stuff like that, but it doesn't have a good dinner spot. So you really couldn't stay there at night, unfortunately. But it has like a nice little brunch spot. So I saw that. We'll come back to that later. That's what's a little foreshadowing there on the Rocheport. And I'm looking around in Boonville and looking around in the Herman area. And I finally found a cheap hotel in Boonville. That was like $70, but it's like pretty far away from the trail. It's like 5 miles away from the trail.
Probably infested with bed bugs.
And it's probably infested with the bed bugs, dude. Yeah. But that's just what you gotta do to save a pretty penny, man.
No, man.
Just get those bed bugs.
No, dude. That's if you're gonna do that, like definitely like spend the few extra bucks, man.
It's like twice as much.
You know how fucking hard it is to get rid of bed bugs?
Yeah, it's like really hard.
It's very difficult.
But you just like take like a chemical shower, you know what I'm saying?
No, dude, you gotta take a chemical shower and then probably either throw away or pay somebody to professionally shampoo your furniture. Like
well, the good news is I don't have any furniture.
No fucking joke, man. But we have furniture.
I just get it. I just take the chemical bath before I. It'd be a big show.
You would spend more money trying to get rid of them than you would just spending the extra money.
But what if I don't get the bed bugs? What if we luck out? What if I just sleep on the floor? Oh, for God's sake, man!
I'm doing it.
I thought you were the cripple or something. Anyways, there's cheap hotels. And you know that I would definitely bike an extra 10 miles to save $70.
You're going to spend more money getting rid of those fucking bed bugs.
But if I don't get the bed bugs, it's the greatest plan I've ever made.
If you're spending $70 to sleep at a hotel, you're getting bed bugs. That's a guarantee.
Guarantee? All right. Okay. Well, we'll consider it. Luckily, I haven't booked any hotels yet, so that's, I guess, the good news. It ends up making the first day. What makes both day 1 and day 2 longer because I have to go out of the way to get to the hotel, which is a bit rough. But making day 2 longer is kind of nice because then I get to that nice brunch spot in Rocheport, which kind of nice. Grab a little food before I go all the way to Jefferson City. So I just start looking for more hotels. You literally can't find anything. It's actually just the worst case scenario ever. There's just no towns that have anything. I'm looking around, and finally I find it's must be perfectly made for me or some shit. There's an Airbnb a little bit before Herman, I think it's 10 miles before Herman, which would make my big super long 90-mile day a little bit shorter. That's big money, and they give you half off if you book not on the weekend. So it's normally $150 or $180 with their cleaning fee. We can get it for $90, which that's pretty fucking good if you book it Sunday through Thursday.
Okay.
So if I just, and this is my last night, so if I just stay that Sunday night into Monday, they'll give me allegedly half off. I haven't called them or anything, so I have a phone, but yeah, that's what their website says. And that's kind of what I want to spend, $90, $100. That's kind of what I was looking at. So that sounds great. Mild issue with that one, it's in the middle of fuck all nowhere. There's no restaurants for dinner. So would have to bring my own dinner, and Airbnbs don't usually have free breakfast. So I'd also have to bring some breakfast for the morning.
Yeah, but on the bright side, they'd have a kitchen for you to prepare.
Yeah, but they'd have a kitchen for you to prepare it, which would be nice. And this is I just stopped. My last stop was my house. So I can I don't have to carry those supplies the whole trip. I just got to carry them that one small section. Only 3 hours, so I can carry something, as long as it doesn't spoil in 3 hours. Yeah. It's fine. So that was a huge find. That was pretty. It makes day 3 a little bit longer, but it shortens day 2, and it's just perfect. It's right about the money that I wanted to spend. Pretty decent location, and yeah, looks good. But I do have to then do my 3-day adventure Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I can't do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Otherwise, they're going to charge me big money to stay there. So, a little bit rough. So, just to recap, the plan so far, start in Clinton, go about 35 miles to Sedalia, you eat, you go 35, 40-ish miles to Boonville, eat, sleep at a hotel, and then start day 2, eat some breakfast at the hotel probably, ride 55 miles, or 50 miles-ish, depending on what hotel I get in Boonville, to Jefferson City. It was a long ride. Go home, eat, resupply, charge my battery, go another 40 miles to the Airbnb. So day 2 is still 90-ish miles, a little bit less. So kind of rough there. Stay at the Airbnb. You obviously brought dinner and presumably breakfast. And then you can go about 30 miles. Remember that town I was talking about? The Marthasville town that had the brunch spot? Yeah. But it was really close. Well, now that I'm stopping sooner, it's now kind of more convenient, which was nice. So you can stop there for hopefully some food. Although it's not clear if they're going to be open. So that one's rough. But they do have a grocery store in that town. So even if the restaurant's not open, I can buy some food at the grocery store real quick. And then you got 50 more miles to the very end. So every leg of the trip is 30 to 50 miles. Okay. So that's about 3 to 5-ish hours, which doesn't seem too fucking terrible. It's not bad. It's not a bad plan. The biggest problem is, day 2 is like 90 miles. That's a lot of miles to do in one day, especially you have to do another 80 miles the next day, and you just came off of doing like 75 miles.
Yeah.
Right, so that's like, is that possible? That's kind of the big question. And like, can I fit all the food that I'm going to need in my backpack?
Yeah, it's gonna be a big ass backpack.
It's going to need to be a big ass backpack.
Heavy.
But I got to stop at home and resupply. So I only have to take like a day and a half worth of food and snacks, get home, resupply, and then another day and a half. Right?
Well, and see, that's what's confusing because you're gonna start at home. So like you're gonna.
I'm not starting at home. I'm starting in Clinton.
Well, but you got to drive there, and then what? You're just gonna leave your car there, and then
I don't have a plan yet to get there and back. That hasn't been figured out yet.
Okay.
That's one of the issues that we're still working on.
Okay. All right.
But somehow I'm going to get me and my bike to Clinton while my car is parked at the Jefferson City trailhead. So I can, when I get there on the trail, I can hop my car and drive home, resupply, drive back to the trail, hop my bike, keep going. It's not that crazy, man. It's really not that wild.
It just seems like a lot of effort for. I mean, I guess the adventure.
For the adventure! For the adventure!
Seems like a lot of effort.
It is a lot of effort.
Yeah.
But, so what do we do? What do we got to figure out? We got to figure out how to get there. We got to make sure the hotels are available. We got to figure out how to get home. And we got to figure out if 90 miles is even doable. So which one of those things should you probably do first? Well, I chose to find out if the 90 miles is even doable.
Yeah, so you rode 90 miles.
So I rode my bike 90 miles last weekend. That's where I got the sunburn.
Okay. So, like, you just picked, like, a route that was...
Yeah, so I drove
back?
from my house, not even from the trailhead. I didn't drive there because I didn't want to put my bike in my car, because it's like a pain in the ass to get in and out. So I just rode from my home to the Caddy Trail, which is about 10 miles, and then rode 35 miles up the trail to Rocheport, where I could stay at that nice little brunch spot they had. Rocheport, whatever.
And Katy Trail.
Caddy Trail.
You know he
Rocheport.
pronounces things wrong on purpose. Like, that's his thing.
Anyways, so get to Rocheport, eat things there.
What'd you eat?
French toast.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a little brunch diner thing.
Yeah.
And then ride back 35 miles on the trail, and then an additional 10 miles home, which conveniently is like almost exactly 90 miles. Now, going into this, the longest I had ever ridden was a marathon. You remember my marathon?
Yeah.
That was a good time. And 90 miles, for those who aren't too math savvy, is about 3.5 marathons. So this is 3.5 times longer than I've ever ridden before. So, yeah, a little bit of a jump.
Yeah, and then
A little bit of a...
You know, you didn't factor in the, like, what if I get to about 50 miles and, like, my body quits, you know?
Well, I'm already on the way home at 50 miles. But, I was like, we'll figure it out. That's what today's day about. It's about testing things. So, I went to the store with Darius, and we got, what did I get? I got some applesauce, some granola bars.
Some Tupperware.
Some Tupperware to put bread in. Which I didn't do on the 90-mile day, but I wanted to, like, fill my backpack how it would have to be filled for the actual trip. So I put, like, peanut butter in there. I didn't actually eat the peanut butter. But, I put peanut butter in there. I didn't put...
Same. You wanted the weight of your backpack to be the same.
Well, I wanted, like, to make sure it would all fit. Yeah. Well, not the weight, necessarily, but I wanted to make sure it would all fit in there and it'd be fun. But, yeah, I mean, also the weight, too. I didn't actually put the bread in there, though. I just put the empty container in there. Because I think it'd be stupid if I just brought fucking bread. Because the bread doesn't weigh anything.
Yeah.
So who cares about the weight on the bread? But I did put the empty container that the bread would be in my backpack to make sure it would fit. It's called planning, okay?
No, someone that doesn't like to plan for anything, like you're like we're so yin and yang, man. It's silly to me. It makes sense, but I just like go continue. I'm sorry.
So the day's coming up, and again, I wanted Darius' a genuine reaction. Like, obviously, I probably should have told someone that I was doing this stupid thing, so that if I die, they can come find me or whatever. But I couldn't tell Darius because I needed to get his reaction on the podcast, but I was really excited to do it. So I couldn't, just wait. I mean, I could have waited. There's no rush on this. Like, I have to do it next weekend or anything. But I was really excited to do it. So Darius had no idea that I was risking my life thousands of miles away from my home.
I had somewhat of an idea. Because
he
you
had a bit
did
of an
post that in the Discord.
I did.
And like, and I'm not a math guy, so I'm like, is he gonna try to do this Katy Trail thing? Like, and then also too, like, you know, you have done the marathon before, so I had an idea that you would be out in the wilderness. I was hoping that you weren't planning on sleeping outside for no reason, or like fucking.
Well, I said I was gonna be back at work the next day.
Yeah.
So
that did ease my mind a lot.
yeah, and I told you it was big chill, you know, don't worry about it. And I did tell, you know, my buddy who was on last episode, Pearson. I told him, you know, what I was doing. So, you know, if I didn't message him that night, you know, he could have called the cops and told him where I was. So
okay, all right. I figured and see, like, I'm glad that you did show up to work, because I figured you had told Jamie what was going on. So I would have.
Jamie did know, like, I told him I was probably gonna do it. He didn't know if I was actually gonna do it or not. Though, like, you know, he probably thought I was joking. Cause he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go bike 90 miles next weekend. You know, like, he probably didn't realize I was being completely genuine there. Especially when it's me and you never really know.
Yeah.
But he did have an inkling. But
did he try to talk you out of it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jamie would never.
Oh, okay.
That's not what.
Well, you said they were pretty mad at you because you wrote.
No, the other one.
Oh.
The other one.
Oh, okay.
Jamie wants everyone to suffer around him. He doesn't care. But anyways, I set off on my adventure, and obviously, I have to bike from my house to the start of the trail, right? Which is super hilly compared to what the trail is. So I was gonna walk up the hills to like conserve battery. That was the big thing I was worried about, was batteries. My bike has 60-mile range. I have to go 90 miles, and I can't charge. Presumably, I might be able to get a charge at the diner, but like, that's not guaranteed. So I needed to pace myself and make sure I had half a tank of battery when I got there. Which, you know, if I have 60-mile range, that's like 30 miles I have to go without using battery.
Yeah.
It's a little rough. So I walked up the hills, because going uphill just sucks your battery dry. Cruised down the hills, made it to the start of the Caddy Trail. Took me about an hour. I wanted to do it in about an hour. Took me about an hour. So that was a pretty solid start. Still had good amount of battery. I got there, and I did record myself. Like, every time I got to a trailhead, I took a little like video of myself to like get my rambling thoughts, which I'm not gonna put here because they're really disgusting. Like, you know, it was kind of a cold morning, so there's just like snot and boogers like all up in my beard like every single time. So I'm not gonna put you guys through that, but I did do it. And when I was at the Jefferson City Trailhead, I was feeling pretty good. Things were good. I was ready to crush this thing. Go another 10 miles to the next trailhead. It was fucking, what was it called? It wasn't Huntsburg. It was something with an H in Berg. Hartsburg. Go 10 miles there. So I've gone a total of 20 miles so far. Still feeling all right. My ass is starting to hurt because you're sitting on a bike seat. You know, that shit's fucking hurts and annoying. And there was some people coming out of the trail or coming to start their day, right? Because I left at like 6 in the morning. So I got there at like 8:30, 8:15, something like that. And so they were coming out to start their day at 8:15. And they're like, oh, how far you gone? And I was like, oh, I've gone 20 miles already. I'm hoping to hit 90 today. And they're like, oh. It's like, oh, okay. What a fucking weirdo. So I spent probably too much time there because I wanted to let them leave before I recorded myself because I didn't want to, you know, be that weirdo recording myself in front of them. So I sat there, I ate a granola bar, had some applesauce, reconvened, took a video, then went off. And then it's 16 miles to McBain is the next stop. Now, doing that ride, I was a little worried I wasn't going to be able to do the whole thing. You're kind of getting there. Mostly I was worried about battery. I wasn't necessarily worried about my legs or how I was feeling or my energy or anything. I was worried about the battery. Because the battery, like, I have like 5 little battery ticks, you know? It tells you how much battery's in it. And that was working fine. But the number of miles on my bike tells me how many miles I have left. That was going down a lot faster than I was expecting it to. So I was like, if I lose another tip of my battery before I get to McBain, is what I told myself. Like, if I lose another battery tick before I get there, I'm just going to go home. Yeah. Right there. Because I don't want to. Because the end of the route's, you know, going to suck. Right. Yeah. That's the worst part. Yeah. Is the end. and I'm going to need to have battery for that. So if I'm already looking low on battery, let's just go home and not risk it. And I was starting to feel, the burn in my legs and the energy rough. But I got to McBain, still had the battery thing. I was like, okay, battery's looking good. And it was only like 9 more miles to Rocheport. And I'm like, fuck it, let's just do it. All right, let's just do it. But it took me a little bit longer to get to McBain than I thought it was going to. So I wasn't able to stop at McBain for very long and like rejuvenate. So I just kind of like went almost immediately. Like I got off, recorded myself, so went right back on. And then I started feeling like really hungry. Like after about 3 miles into the last 9 miles, started feeling super fucking hungry. I was like, I am hungry. So I made it to Rocheport. I was like, battery was pretty much perfect. I was like pretty much used half my battery right when I got there. So that was like very good. Half battery at the halfway point. That's fucking awesome. So I record myself. I'm like, I'm hungry. Let's go get some food. Go to the place. Luckily, it was open on Easter Sunday. Big money. Went over there. Walked inside. I don't know how restaurants work, man. I don't know if I was supposed to take a seat. There wasn't anyone to like greet me or anything. Anyways, I was probably super awkward because, I just got done biking 45 miles.
Yeah, so you just stood in the doorway awkwardly for a while?
Well, no, I just like walked up to the counter and I was like, yo, I want some French toast. Which I guess you're supposed to say, do I want a table? I don't know. Anyways, they were like, oh yeah, go grab a table and we'll be right with you. And I was like, okay. I'm like, I'm going to go sit outside because it was a beautiful day on Easter Sunday. It was absolutely gorgeous. So I went outside, a little patio thing. Also, I was probably stinky. I didn't want to stink up the place. So I went out there and they're like, oh, you want some French toast? I'm like, yeah, okay. You want something to drink? I'm like, just water's fine. I already had my own water, but whatever. So they bring me out the French toast, some good ass freaking French toast, but like I'm eating it and like I'm feeling I'm gonna throw up a little bit. Like I'm just feeling a little nauseous. I don't know if it's because I was going so hard and I just stopped.
Yeah, probably. Usually.
And then I'm eating it, but like wasn't feeling great in the tummy department. Which is a weird feeling because I felt like I was gonna throw up, but I was also super hungry. It was like a really weird. Never experienced that before in my life. It was very strange. But I, quickly ate the serving of French toast and, hold on, before this, back it up to when I'm getting my table and they come out to like get my order. I ask them, I'm like, hey, by any chance, is there somewhere around here where I can charge my bike battery? And the dude, I don't know if I just misheard him, but he sounded like he was just like so done with that. Like he's like, oh, fuck, like, I don't think he scoffed, but like the attitude I got from him was just like, these fucking weirdos or whatever. And he's like, yeah, there's a freaking port over there you can use. And I'm like, oh, that's big, that's huge. So I plugged in my bike battery while I was eating, which was massive. But I order a French toast and they come back out, I'm still hungry. And I'm like, yo, give me another one. Give me another French toast order. I take like my first bite of the second order. Dude, I'm feeling it's even worse now. I'm like, oh, fuck me, dude.
All the syrup? Did you use a lot of syrup?
I didn't even use that much. It was the butter, dude. Every time I got like a little bit of butter on my tongue, dude, I was like,
gross.
Whew.
I don't do butter.
It was bad, man. I didn't even do butter on the second one, dude. It was just like, it was rough. So I started pacing around the table, eating it slowly. I only got through half of the second order. Which I'm surprised I even did half, honestly. And then I was like, I can't do more. I don't want to throw up here. So I stayed there. I just kind of chilled out. I stayed there for like an hour and a half, letting my battery charge and eating. And then I'm like, all right, I have to get home. I have to, still gotta go home. So I'm now pretty sore. Legs kind of hurt. Feeling nauseous. Did just get food in my belly, so I'm not hungry no more. But battery did get charged, so that was really big. So I got my battery, hit the trail again, turn on the battery to see how much I got. I got more than I thought I was going to get, which is really good because I only charged it for an hour. I was there for an hour and a half, but only charging for an hour, and it gave me like, I think 1.5 pips, and I was only expecting to get like 1 pip for an hour. So that was pretty freaking baller. And I was like, okay, I'm going to use the battery like going home pretty much the whole way. And I was expecting, like, I messaged you because the cafe had internet, and I messaged you that I was going to get home, like, super late, right? Because it took me, I left at 6:30, and I got there at, like, 11, a little after 11. So when I got there, and I left at 12:30, and I was pretty sure I was going to go a lot slower going home. So I was like, it's gonna be fucking late when I get home, because I'm just gonna go really slow. I don't know if it was the wind, because coming in, I had a headwind, and going home, I had a bit of a tailwind. So I don't know if it was the wind that made me go so much faster, or if it was because it was slightly downhill going home. But I went just as fast going home as I did going in. I wasn't able to use my battery the whole time, which could also be it. But I made a really good time going home. But I rode back down to McBain, right? Nausea was kind of fading a little bit, so that was really good. Stopped to take a piss. Worst bathroom. Not the worst one I've ever been in, but like the second worst bathroom I've ever been in. That thing was fucking terrible. Like it was midday. It was like noon, right? Or like 1 p.m. or something when I got there. And you go in this bathroom and there's like no light switch and it's fucking like almost pitch black. It's like, how am I supposed to see the fucking toilet? Man. There was like no light holes. And it was literally just like a hole in the ground, and they put, the toilet on top of the hole. But like someone's got to empty that shit. I don't know whose job it is.
Man.
But it was nasty. But I was feeling pretty decent. Feeling all right. And then McBain back to Hartsburg. That was where it got rough. That was 16 miles. And that was where it was like, fuck. And it was like spirits weren't low, because I was pretty sure I could do it. But it was like, do I want to do it? Like, it's, the question of, is this worth it? That's what it was hitting me, was right there.
Yeah.
But during that section, I caught the craziest tailwind of my life, dude. Like, I was pedaling with battery. I was going like 14 miles an hour, maybe 13 miles an hour, around there. This tailwind hit me, and dude, I was going like 17, 18 miles an hour. I was freaking cruising. It only lasted like a mile or something, but oh my god, it was incredible. And then I make it to Hartsburg, right? And at that point, I'm 20 miles away from home, right? It's like, I got to be able to do this, right? Time's looking fine. I got plenty of battery. I'm only 20 miles away. Like, I can't stop now. I can't throw in the towel yet. But I did tell myself that when I make it, another 10 miles to Jefferson City, right, I'd be pretty close to home. I could like call an Uber if I needed to, or something like that, if I just, die in the next 10 miles. So, go the last 10 miles on the Caddy Trail to the Jefferson City Trailhead, and, there's a lot more people on the trail now, and as I'm passing them, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, they don't know I just biked like 70 miles, Like, they have no idea what I've been through. They're just like waving at me and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm suffering. I'm in pain. So, I get to the Jeff City Trailhead, and I eat a bar and applesauce or whatever. And dude, my legs are killing me, man. It's like, it's rough. But my ass was also killing me because of the bike seat for 80 miles. But I knew that going home, I was going to be able to walk the hills, and I had so much battery left, I was going to be able to use the higher mode on my bike that I usually use biking home anyway. I'm like, I've done that bike home tons of times. I know how it works. I know where I can pace myself. I know where I got to go fast. Like, I know I can do it. It's going to hurt, but I can fucking do it. So, hop on the bike, set off, and I guess we'll talk about it now. I put it in there. As I'm going past the Capitol, there's this kid, gotta be like 15, 16 years old, and he's on like a bicycle that he attached like a fucking leaf blower or like a weed whacker motor to. And it's got like a small motor on it. And it's going like, that's like the loudest thing ever. He's just riding around with it. And you'd think, okay, not too terrible, just a kid having fun. And then you realize that he's wearing Crocs and no helmet on this thing. It's like, okay, buddy. Not the greatest plan of your life.
One of those asshole kids that live up the road. There's some weird looking bikes that ride past here that look, home rigged.
Yeah, I mean, but he wasn't pedaling at all. It was just fully motorized, and I'm like, that's cool, man. Good for you, but maybe you should wear a helmet. But I'm walking past him because the Capitol, it's a hill of the Capitol, so like I'm walking, carrying my bike with all my backpack shit in it,
Jesus,
up this hill after just biking 80 miles, and he's just like doing laps around. I mean, he wasn't actually like taunting me or anything, but he was just going around on his motorized bike. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But I ride, and then I get to a point where it's all downhill except for the uphill to my apartment complex, which I was planning on walking or just using maximum battery power anyway. And it was like a relief. It was like I pretty much did it. Right? Like I knew I could walk up that hill, and the other bits of it was just downhill. So like I was like, yeah, I did it, woo! That was kind of when it hit me that I finally achieved it. And then I got home, and my legs hurt. My legs hurt a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
They hurt. They hurt quite a bit. So what did we learn from our 90-mile adventure? We learned that I am not in good enough shape to do that 3 days in a row. We learned that it is indeed possible. We learned that probably the wind at your back is a very key factor in going fast and saving battery. Because going back, my battery lasted me way longer. Even though I had more charge, because I got the charge at the cafe, going back, my battery was like going down way slower than coming in. So the wind must be a really relevant factor. So when I find a weekend to do this, we're going to want to look for wind going east most of the time. What? No, go ahead.
No, dude.
Not what, man?
It's just, you know.
No, like what?
It's the same as the Tupperware in the backpack. It's just more, you know, of your meticulous planning.
The wind going east. Gonna need to be in better shape. Gonna have to do some more practice days. Something like anytime the weekend's nice. I'm just gonna go hit the trail. I won't do 90 miles. I'll do like 50 to 70 or something. See how I'm feeling. But yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. I did it. It was pretty great. Didn't throw up.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. And when I got home, right, I like sat down to get my, undo my backpack, get everything out of it. It took me a lot longer than I like to admit to stand back up.
Oh yeah, I bet, man.
It was rough. And I thought, because usually, after a day of working out, the next morning is what fucking kills you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're usually fine-ish that day.
Well, yeah, you messaged me
next
and you
morning.
said that you were probably not going to be in work.
So I was like, if I'm feeling worse tomorrow morning, like, I might not be able to get out of bed. Like, I'm going to, like, crawl myself. 'Cause my legs won't work. I was like, crawl myself to the kitchen or something. Well, I don't know if it was just because it was, like, 90 straight miles, like it was low intensity for super long, but I felt better in the morning than I did when I got home. So it's big chill. I was feeling.
Man, that is quite the accomplishment. Like,
yeah, 90 miles.
I mean, I would say why, but I know why.
Why not?
Yeah.
Science isn't about why.
Yeah.
It's about why not.
Yeah. So I mean,
so there you go.
I just worry about you, man.
It was great, man. It was great. Yeah, it was a good time.
You didn't have to take a dump at all? Like, granted, I know you didn't take a dump.
I took a pee at the McBain bathroom. I did not take. I kind of needed to. I thought I needed to poop. I think when I was 80 miles in at the Jefferson City trailhead, I had 10 miles to get home, but it was 10 miles to get home. But like I got to the point where like. It's like going in, like going out, I guess, out to Rochford, like on the first half, right? My legs near the end of it, like the last 10 miles, my legs were like, hey, buddy, like we're starting to hurt. Maybe you should stop. And then going back, the first like half of that, my legs were like, hey, buddy, like we said stop earlier. Like, why aren't you stopping? And then like the last half of it, the legs were just like, he's not listening.
Yeah.
Just I didn't even feel him. Like the second half.
Dude.
Just like, all right. But yeah, it was good. But yeah, I'm just going to go out, like I said, every weekend where it's nice. I'm going to go out and just bike like 50 to 70 miles just to get more practice in, train myself.
You're going to be in great shape.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
That's the hope, because I got to be in great shape to do the 240-mile banger. But yeah, the goal,
insane.
I don't know if it'll be this year. I hope it'll be this year. Don't know if it will be. But the problem is we got to find a weekend where the wind's going east. There's not much, if any, rain forecasted. And it's like not super cold or super hot.
Yeah.
So those are kind of the three things. And it has to happen after I'm ready for it. So maybe if I'm strong enough, I can do it. Don't have to worry about the wind anymore. If I train really hard. But like the wind was a godsend, man. That shit was crazy. But yeah, it was fun. I had a great time on the 90 miles. Other than the last, like 35 miles were a little little bit rough, but the first 30 miles were great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Man, I just...
What'd you do on Easter?
I don't think a goddamn thing.
You didn't bike 90 miles?
I didn't bike at all. I don't know how to ride a bike. So, yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, she went to her dad's for a while, but yeah, I think I just came here, or was here. I don't think I did anything on Easter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, conveniently, we're right at an hour.
Oh.
So it doesn't get much better than that.
Well, yeah, I'm fucking starving, so that works out.
Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
If you like, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if my adventure, if you got any tips or ideas or anything. Obviously, Darius's tip was don't stay in a $70 motel.
Yeah, fuck no. Please don't do that. Please don't.
We'll have to see. We'll see how it works out. I mean, we might need to do it. We might need to do it because the problem was that $70 motel had McDonald's next to it, but the other fancier hotels in Boonville had like fancy restaurants.
Yeah.
So not only is my hotel more expensive, but the dinner's more expensive.
You couldn't bike to the McDonald's from the fancy hotel?
It's pretty far. I mean, you could. It'd be like 7-8 miles or something. It's kind of rough. But
DoorDash or some shit,
Well, that's just as expensive as going to the fancy restaurant that's nearby.
Hey, man, love yourself. Maybe get some gourmet mac and cheese.
I'm not. Thanks for watching. As always.
Dog jump off bed.
Philosophy.
All right, I'm going to have to break for a hot